The Lighthouse Keeper's Secret, Part 2. The storm had only grown worse by the time Detective Mara Reyes reached the base of the old lighthouse. Waves slammed against the cliffs like fists. The beam from the tower flickered as if struggling to stay alive, cutting through the fog in weak, uneven pulses. But inside, the silence was suffocating. Mara stepped past the threshold, her flashlight slicing through dust and salt-thick air. The scent of old seawater lingered, mixed with rust and something else, something metallic. She froze. Deep rows had been carved into the wooden floorboards, spiraling inward toward the center, as though something had been dragged in circles again and again. She knelt, running her fingers over the strange etchings. They felt wrong, not like markings made by human hands. As she stood, the wind outside died abruptly. The entire lighthouse fell into an unnatural stillness. Then came the sound, a single knock, but it wasn't from the door. It came from somewhere above. Mara's breath caught as she turned toward the metal spiral staircase. The steps creaked gently, groaning as though someone had just ascended them. Her instinct screamed at her to leave, but so did her curiosity to climb. She began to ascend slowly, one hand gripping her flashlight, the other brushing the railing. Halfway up, she noticed something nailed to the wall beside her. A photograph. Old, water-damaged, edges peeling, but unmistakably clear in one chilling detail. It showed the lighthouse keeper, Samuel Grayson, standing with a group of sailors. But the date scribbled underneath the photo was impossible. Taken March 14, 1891. Mara frowned. The keeper she was investigating had gone missing in 1981, not a century earlier. She pulled the photo closer, and her heart thudded once, because something else was in the image. Behind the group, standing right next to the lighthouse, was a faint silhouette, tall, thin, its face blurred into a smear of shadow, but its outline was unmistakable. The same outline multiple witnesses claimed they saw glowing inside the tower before the keeper vanished. A second knock echoed, this one louder, closer, more deliberate. Mara continued upward until she reached the keeper's living quarters. The room was exactly as the search team had described. Overturned furniture, spilled lantern oil, shattered glass. But something new caught her eye. A journal, the keeper's journal. It lay open on the small wooden table, pages fluttering in the draft. Mara stepped toward it, scanning the most recent entry, the one dated the night the keeper disappeared. But the handwriting wasn't frantic. It wasn't rushed. It was calm, too calm. Tonight they returned, the ones who drowned but refused to sink. The sea did not want them, so they came back here. They whispered through the fog, reminding me of what I promised. The light must stay on. If it goes out, they will climb. Mara felt a cold shiver trace her spine. Then a new sound filled the room. A soft tap, 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 coming from behind her. She turned slowly and saw the old radio on the shelf crackling to life, even though it wasn't connected to anything. Not power, not batteries. A distorted voice bled through the static. Detective, you shouldn't have turned the light back on. Mara stepped toward the radio, unable to look away. He tried to warn you. The static deepened, warmer, wetter, like the sound of something breathing underwater. They're already here. Then the lighthouse beam above her head flickered violently, buzzing like an insect trapped in glass. Once, twice, then darkness. The entire tower went blind. The wind screamed back to life outside, slamming the shutters against the walls. Mara grabbed her flashlight, but before she could even switch it on, something moved at the top of the stairs. Slow, heavy, wet, the sound of footsteps dragging, not walking. The beam from her flashlight finally clicked on, just in time to illuminate a trail of water dripping down each step, leading straight toward her. She stepped backward, breath trembling. The radio crackled again, but this time the voice was not distorted. It whispered directly into her ear. Detective, don't turn around.